Hello aspirants, in another video we are discussing about Mediterranean climate, important climate under the geography. You prepare for any exam, particularly for UPSC Civil Service, this deep discussion on the climate is important. Okay. And little unique climate in a lot of ways, we'll discuss that. Okay. So of course this is presented by me. My name is Vijay Sir on behalf of Victor Growth. Okay. So what are topics we are going to cover in this? We are going to cover the introduction and the location, where is it located, reason for the formation, temperature, pattern of rainfall, local winds. After this temperate grassland, local winds are huge actually here, not one or two, many are there. Then what type of vegetation they have, occupation of the people, summary, MCQ and the conclusion. Okay. So this climate is a distinctive climate characterized by two important concepts. One is a dry summer. This is not happens in always in all the climate. Okay. Many climate have got rainy season in the summer, including our monsoon. If you look at southwest monsoon, it comes in the summer season, and we have seen tropical grassland or temperate grassland also rainfall happens in summer season. But this is a unique climate where the rainfall happens in the winter season. This is a repeated question in the UPSC for several times. Now recently they have not asked, but doesn't mean that UPSC will not ask this question. Okay. So any other exams you're preparing, rainfall happens in the winter season. That is the most unique feature of this climate. Okay. And it has got a strong influence on the human civilization, agriculture, biodiversity and settlement pattern also. This climate, now they'll ask you why this climate is formed. This climate is formed, please write down, shifting of wind belt. Shifting of wind belt. You know this ITCs, that no, intertropical convergence zone, they are not static at the equator. Sometimes they move northwards or they move southwards depending upon the movement of sun. Accordingly, the pressure belt will also move here and there in the northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. Okay. So because of the shifting of the wind belt, this climate is formed. Under the Köppen's classification, this climate is known as CS climate. Okay. Now look at the distribution. This climate is found around the Mediterranean Sea. Around the Mediterranean Sea, including Africa. This climate is found around the Mediterranean Sea and western part of the continent. In the western part of the continent also. So two places you can find this climate. One is this climate is found around the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, and also it's a mid latitude. Mid latitude means what? It is between the 45 degree to 35 degree. 35 degree north and 35 degree south onwards you can find mid latitude climate. Mid latitude climate, and this climate is found in the western side of the, because there will be westerlies influences there. Westerlies, you know, three types of planetary wind: trade wind, westerlies and polar easterlies. This climate is found in the influence of westerly winds. That is why western part of the continent you find this climate. Okay, so it is found in places like, see these names and all they're asking. Okay, southern Europe, northern Africa, West Asia, that is around the Mediterranean Sea. California is found, San Francisco, there's an island called Vancouver Island. There also this is found, Vancouver Island. Central Chile, Cape Town region, that is South Africa. Then South Victoria, Australia. Adelaide in Australia, southwest of Australia, all these places. Okay. See, this is a recently asked question. They're asking the places, the exact city where this type of climate is found. So Adelaide has been asked several times. Then South Victoria possible. Vancouver is also possible. Vancouver Island in North America is also having this type of climate. Okay. Now shifting of wind means what? Okay, look at this. Okay, in the between 30 degree to 40 degrees south, okay, on the latitude, okay, the westerlies are onshore in the winter season. Very, very important. In the winter season, what happens? The winds are onshore. Which wind? Westerly wind is onshore. Onshore means what? From sea to land they move. Please copy down this very clearly. In the winter season, westerlies are onshore. They move from sea to land. Because they move from sea to land, they provide rainfall. In the summer season, what happens? In the summer season, the trade winds are offshore. The trade winds are offshore. Offshore means what? Land to sea. Okay, land to sea is offshore. Sea to land is onshore. Okay, so offshore wind will not provide any rainfall because land is dry, there is no rainfall possible there. Okay, so that is what the reason. In summer there is no rainfall. They'll ask you why there is no summer rainfall happening in Mediterranean. The answer is, in summer the rainfall is not happening because it is an offshore wind. Which wind? Trade wind. In winter season what happens? In winter season it's an onshore wind. Which wind? Westerlies. Understood? That is the reason. Frost mainly doesn't happen, very rare. Why? Because it is a maritime climate. So maritime climate is mild climate. Okay, so annual range of temperature will be very low. Okay, so what happens? Summer, westerlies are shifted towards polewards. Rain burning winds are therefore not reaching the Mediterranean climate. Please copy down that. Okay, because of the shifting of wind belt in the summer season, rain bearing wind will not reach the Mediterranean sea. That is why they don't not having any rainfall. Already I told you, trade winds are offshore during the summer season. Understood? Now, in the winter season, what happens? Westerlies are bringing the cyclonic rainfall. You might have heard about this western disturbances. Please write down this word. Western disturbances. It is having influence on India also. India also had get a winter rainfall in Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, some parts of Jammu Kashmir. Winter western disturbance that is coming from Mediterranean climate only. So when the rainfall happens in the Mediterranean, some of the cyclones are brought to India by the westerlies. Okay, so precipitation happens in the winter season. Why it is happening? Because of the westerlies. Westerlies are onshore. So don't forget this word, onshore and offshore. Onshore wind will provide rainfall because they are moving from sea to land. Offshore means land to sea. They will not provide any rainfall. Okay. Now, in addition to that, there is a mountain barrier provides help in the rainfall. For example, if you look at Iberian Peninsula, okay, there is a central mesta. Please write down this word. Central mesta is a kind of upland. That is why they are providing rainfall. As a result, please copy down. This can be a statement kind of question. Okay, the statement kind of question is: as a result, Portuguese coast is much wetter than the eastern coast of Spain. Okay, eastern coast of Spain is not having many rainfall because the reason is this mountain barrier or upland is helping the wind. That they create this rainfall pattern. One side rainfall is there, one side leeward side there is no rainfall happening. All this is because even though it is a cyclonic rainfall, even though it is a westerlies coming, the presence of this mountain barrier enhances it differentiates the rainfall pattern. This can be a statement question. Portuguese coast have more rainfall than the Spain coast or eastern Spain. Okay. Now coming to the local wind. Okay. Please copy down all the local wind. Number 1, Mistral. Number 2, Bora. Number 3, Eastern. 4, Miltney. Okay. Grigali. If you are not visible here, I'll write it here. Gregale. Grigali or Grigal. Kamsim. That is in Egypt. Sirocco. Very important. Sirocco is also known as Chile or Ghibli. Vendaval, okay, Lavender. All these are local winds. So apart from unique rainfall pattern of winter rainfall, this wind Mediterranean climate is also famous for local wind, which is also very unique. For example, temperate grassland we have seen only 1 or 2, Chinook or Fohn. But here, look at this. Around the Mediterranean, see how many local winds are there. 2 local winds definitely we'll discuss about it. One is Sirocco. Sirocco is a hot, dry, dusty wind. Okay, they are originating from Sahara. Okay, so if you look at Africa map like this, okay, the wind will move like this. From Sahara, the wind will move into Mediterranean. Please write down this. From Sahara, the wind is the northerly direction. They move towards the Mediterranean Sea. And because of that, they are a dry wind, but they acquire some moisture from the Mediterranean and they can create blood rain because the rainfall will be in red color because of the sediments from the Sahara. That's loess, you know, right? Loess, if you want to write down all ESS. Okay. Loess, the fine sediments from Sahara that can create a red color in the rain, which we call as a blood rain. Now, how you remember the snow eater Chinook? You have to remember the blood rain as Sirocco. It is moving from Sahara towards Mediterranean. Okay. Then different names of Sirocco is there. Okay. Chile in Tunisia. Please copy down. Please pause the video and note down this. Okay. Ghibli in Libya. Okay. Then Livici in Spain. Kamsi in Egypt and Malta. Malta is one island in Mediterranean. Okay, there also this one. Garbi in Adriatic and Aegean. These are the other ones. So basically, Sirocco is moving from desert. Definitely, it's a hot and dry and dusty wind also. They provide blood rain. Okay, Mistral is exactly opposite. Exactly opposite means if this is the Mediterranean Sea, from the Europe they will come towards the Mediterranean Sea. Understood? The Sirocco is moving from Africa towards Mediterranean. This is a northerly wind. Mistral is a southerly wind. It comes from the northern Europe towards the Mediterranean. Okay, and they pass through Rhone Valley in a very violent manner. Sound and all will come. Okay, sometimes they'll uproot the tree. They will collapse the building. All this they can do. Okay, extremely cold wind. Please write down extremely cold wind. Okay, I'll tell you how extremely cold winds. People will not have any door or window in the northern side. Imagine. Northern side will be completely wall only because they don't want any kind of this wind to enter their house. It's extremely cold wind. You cannot imagine. Okay, it flows through the Alps Valley, like a central massif. Okay, it can derail the things and it can uproot the trees also. Such a violent wind is this. Also local wind. It keeps the wind temperature below the freezing point. Okay. Now, Mediterranean vegetation. Vegetation of the Mediterranean climate is actually kind of xerophytic. I have not written here, but you can write xerophytic. Why xerophytic? Means in summer time there is no rainfall. So the trees have to sustain the summer. They have to go through the summer. Okay, so they'll have long roots, sometimes thorny leaves also they'll have. Xerophytic you can have. And Mediterranean vegetation is a transition between the hot desert and the temperate forest. Please copy down this. It's a transition between the hot desert and the temperate forest. Okay, so shrubs will be there. Grasses not much. In fact, grasses will not be there. They are not suitable for grass. That's another unique feature of Mediterranean climate. You can say it's completely grassless, not suitable for grass. Okay, trees are less, not very huge trees. Absence of shade. This can also be a question. Statement type of question. Which vegetation or which climate has a vegetation which is not having any shade? Why it is not having shade? Means like a jungle, like a tropical forest. You can't see have a trees and they can go and sit under the tree. Like that you can't be. The trees will be very short only. Okay, bushes kind of thing. So absence of shade is a distinct feature of Mediterranean climate. Okay, and vegetation has to adapt the summer drought. Okay, and poor soil. Okay, so thereby they will not have much broader leaves. They will not have, but evergreen forests are found. Okay, Mediterranean grassland, Mediterranean vegetation is the evergreen. Means answer is yes only. Okay, evergreen are there. Hard-leaved plants are there. Okay, deep roots. I told you deep roots. Deep roots. Why deep roots? In search of water. Then thick bark is there. Thick bark and waxy leaves. Now cork, you might have heard about cork. Okay, that is taken from the bark of the plant only. That is also coming from here only. Okay, bark is available. Okay, waxy leaves are available. Okay, evergreen forests are available. Oak. Okay, apart from cork, write down oak. Evergreen oak is found. Okay, cork I already told you. Eucalyptus is found. Okay, giant sequoia is a typical find. California figure. It's a huge tree is there. Okay, that is known as giant sequoia. All these are found in the Mediterranean type of climate only. But most of the this trees has been removed for plantation for agriculture. Some places you find conifers also, pines and cedar. Cypress also you find in some of the places inside the Mediterranean climate itself. Okay, bushes and shrubs are more. Okay, that is the see this one is a expected question. Please copy down this. Match the following type of question possible. The name of the trees or name of the plants and forest and where is that located. Makwas is located in southern France, Macchia in Italy, Chaparral in California, Mali in Australia, okay, Fynbos in South Africa. Now try to recollect. South Africa we have said about grassland and all, veld and all. So in South Africa we have Fynbos. Okay, these are some of the vegetation unique to this climate. So possible question. Makwas in South Africa, southern France, Macchia in Italy, okay, Chaparral in California, Mali in Australia, Fynbos in South Africa. Okay. Now grasses, I already told you this climate is not suitable for grasses. Okay, thereby we can't have any kind of animal husbandry, not at all. Animal husbandry is two places it is found. One is a temperate grassland, the other one is a tropical grassland. Tropical grassland is not much beneficial, so temperate grassland mostly you can say. Now this is the most unique agriculture form. Okay, these are known as world's orchid. Okay, so much fruits they cultivate, particularly citrus fruit they cultivate. They're known as orchid of the world. Okay, oranges, lemon, limes, citron. Okay, grapefruit, grapes. Okay, look at the names here. They have different names here. Sunkist, they have Sivili. Okay, Jaffa, Israel. Please copy down this. This again match the following question possible. Okay, they are the Mediterranean climate. They do not have much wheat cultivation. They are the importer of wheat. Okay, they have a lot of export done in the citrus fruit, grapes, and from the grapes they will cultivate. They'll convert into a olive. This one wine also. Yeah, olive also found. Okay, olive. So you can write olive, oak. Then you can say cork. Okay, these are the main cultivation. Then citrus fruit, okay, grapes and oranges also they cultivate. Okay, then a lot of important nut. Look at this: chestnut, walnut, okay, hazelnut, almond also grown in this part of the world. Okay, pasture is there but not much, I will say. Okay, but people do transhumance. What is transhumance means? During the winter season they will go to the valley, and summer season they'll come to the mountain. Okay, if you want I can draw this. They'll go to the mountain hill during the summer season. They'll come down to the valley in the winter season. Okay, this kind of seasonal migration of people we call the transhumant. That is also widely practiced here. But anyway, if they are saying that Mediterranean climate is suitable for agriculture, suitable for animal husbandry, well-developed grassland and all, that statement is wrong. That is not possible. Mediterranean climate means you have to say winter rainfall, citrus fruit formation, then walnut, chestnut, and that's only. Okay, wine production, very important. Viticulture, very unique to this people. I told you they are cultivating a lot of grapes. These grapes will be converted into wine, and they'll have wine for hundreds years, 200 years, 500 years wine and all they'll have it. Okay, this is another specialty of the Mediterranean climate. So mainly from the grapes they make wine bottles. 85% of the grapes produced go to the wine. Long sunny summer allows ripening of grapes. Okay, and they also support 3/4 of the world wine production comes from this part of the world. Okay, so viticulture, do not forget this. Okay, so what is summary of this? Western margin climate, influence of the westerlies, shifting of wind belt happens. That is why onshore and offshore wind. Rainfall happens in the winter season. Mild climate, this is very important. Okay, they are very famous for tourism. Okay, during the entire Europe is in the harsh summer or winter, the people migrate to Mediterranean Sea and they'll enjoy the mild climate. So tourism is well developed. Orchid farming is happening. Okay, viticulture is also very important in this climate. Okay, so try to answer this question. Which of the following correctly explains the seasonal rainfall pattern in this? Okay, very easy question. Okay, just mark A, B, C, D. Okay, just pass it and then you can give the answer, then verify the answer. Okay, in the next slide. Okay, then one more question, look at this question. Okay, this I have not given the number, you can say in question number 2. Okay, so when you are answering question number 2, ask question number 2, what is the answer? Consider the following, which of the above region experience Mediterranean type of climate? Yeah, very simple question. You may think, sir, what does this look like a tough question? But easy question. Okay, only one thing you have to remove. Okay, so in the MCQ what happens, it's not necessary that you have to know the complete answer. If you know partial answer also, you can eliminate and you can do it. Okay, because Eastern Australia will not come. Eastern Australia. Okay, Western Australia is definitely there. Okay, then which of the following is the vegetation characteristics in most typically associated with the Mediterranean climate? Tall evergreen not possible. Okay, deciduous maybe, but broad leaves no. Hard-leaved evergreen shrubs with waxy surface possible. Coniferous for the intervals. This is possible, but most important means the answer is C only. Okay. Yeah, I told you. Chaparral in California, maquis. Okay. So this kind of questions will come. Okay. This is also suitable for cultivation of crop combination. Rice, jute and all not at all possible. Rice, jute, if this combination is coming, you have to directly go to West Bengal. Okay. So it go to the West Bengal. What is spelling? Okay, wheat, sugarcane, no. Olive, grape, citrus fruit. Answer is C. Okay, so one more question is there. Please pause this and answer the question, then look at the answer. Okay, and here we wind up this video. Okay, we are providing coaching for all the competitive exams. You have any assistance you need, please contact us. We are also connected in all the social medias. You can follow us in that. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.